Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Joy's Fashion World. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this beautiful gown you are seeing with a front slit, inner side pocket, and a lace yoke design. If this is what you want, watch to the end. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back, and if you are new here, you are highly welcome. Please kindly join the family by liking, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I'm dropping a new video. So let's get started. So we'll be cutting the front and the back together, and this is my fabric placed on fold already, and I'm marking 1 inch for the front and the back. That is, the one at the back is for the zipper allowance and the one in front is for the front slit. So after marking it, next is to connect those points with a straight line. After which, next you insert your shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8 inches, and I went down with 1 inch for the shoulder slope. On the neckline, I used the basic neck measurement, which is 3 inches by 3 inches, and I connect with a curve, and I also slant my shoulder slope to meet the neckline. After which, from that 1 inches, I went down with 8 inches, that's her armhole line, and 16 inches for her waistline, 24 inches for her hip line, while the full length is 52 inches, and I chalk them down. After which, I connect those points with a straight line. I also mark half of her shoulder measurement on the armhole line, and I connect it with a straight line. After which, I input her body measurement starting from the 1 inch I mark. Her chest is 37 divided by 4 is 9.25 plus 2 inch seam allowance. On the waistline, I also input her waist, which is 30 divided by 4 is 7.5 plus 2.5 inch, half inch for the pocket is. On the hip, I also insert her hip divided by 4, which is 9.5 plus 2 inch seam allowance. What I got on the hip, I mark at the hem of the gown. After which, I connect those points together. On the armhole line, I find the midpoint, which is 4 inches, and I went in with half of 1 inch. After which, I connect from the chest line to the half inch and then to the shoulder line, and that's for the front armhole in order to remove the bulge. For the back depth, I went down with 1 inch and I connected to make the 3 inches. And for the back also, I also removed the zipper bulge, and I marked the back waistline, which is 15 inches, and I came in with half of 1 inch and I connected to meet armhole line and the hip line. After which, that's all for the drafting. Next is to cut it out. After cutting the side, this is what is looking. Next is to slit through the front and the back piece like the way I'm doing. You slit it open, after which you separate the back from the front in order to cut out your front neckline. You arrange it properly back, and then you cut out your front neckline and also the armhole. And we are done with the cutting. Next is to cut the lining. I'll be doing that off camera, and this is it after cutting the lining. This is the back piece, and it's shorter than the fabric with 1.5 inch, and this is also the front piece, is shorter with 1.5 inch. So I'll be taking it to my sewing machine and I'll turn it. If you have been watching my channel, you should know how to turn a lining by now. After turning it, this is what it's looking like, and this is the back piece. So I'll be marking out my seam allowance of 3/4 inch. It was 1 inch initially, so I've used 1/4 inch to turn the lining, so we are left with 3/4 inch. Before that, you place your zip on it to know where the zip will stop, and you continue marking your 3/4 inch. So I mark it all the way down, after which I connect with a straight line. So I'll take that to my sewing machine and I'll stitch and fix the zip. And this is for the front. I also mark out the 3/4 inch, and I also mark where my slit will stop from. So I place my tape 3 inches on the neckline, and I mark 40 inches for the slit, and that's where my slit will stop. My client don't want it too open. If you want it open, you can as well mark it on your neckline, that's 35 inches, or you measure your client's neckline. After which, you mark your seam and you connect it. I'll sew it to that point, and this open part, I will fold it in and use hemming gum to press it down. So I'll do that and show you. After fixing it, this is the back part. I fixed the zip, I'll sew it down, and this is the front piece. You can can see, look at the slit is nice. After which you fold it into two that way. So we'll be cutting out the lace yoke, and this is the lace I will be using in order to form the yoke, and you'll be needing not up to a half yard. So you fold your net into two this way and you place the front piece on it. So I noticed that it's too much, so I reduce it and I place my front piece on it. After placing it on the armhole, I went and marked 4 inches, and from the center front I marked 7 inches starting from the neckline, and you trace that part on the neckline. I came up with half of an inch and I mark it, after which you cut it out. So you cut the shoulder and then you cut it to that 4 inches. Then you remove the front piece and you slant it with a diagonal line from that 4 inches to meet the 7 inch that way, and you cut it out. After cutting it out, you place it on the fabric, the wrong side of the lace on the right side of the fabric, and you arrange it properly, making sure that the V shape on the lace is aligning with the center piece of the fabric, and you pin it down. So when pinning it down, make sure that the seam, you separate it into two so that it won't be bulky on one side, and you pin it properly, making sure that the lace is lining flat. After pinning on the neckline, the half inch, you fold it in that way, and I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll stitch it down. And this is the velvet bias I'll be using, and I'm making use of 5 yards of velvet bias. So you place it on top of the net that way, you cut it and you place it on the other side the other way, and you cut it out. You can see the V shape is formed nicely, and you pin it down. After which I'll take it to the sewing machine and I'll stitch around the neckline and on the velvet bias. So for the velvet bias on the middle, you fold the upper part and you place it on the center. Make sure it's on the middle, and when you are approaching the slit, you slant it to one side of the slit and you place it that way. So I'll be taking it to my sewing machine and I'll stitch it down and I will show you the result. After stitching it down, this is what it's looking like. After which you place the front and the back together and you stitch the shoulder line with half inch. Next is to cut the sleeve, and my fabric is on fold, and the length I'll be using for the sleeve is 15 inches. So the sleeve is kind of a flare sleeve. So I place my fabric like you want to cut a 360-degree flare. That's how I place it, and I went down with 8 inches and on that side 3 inches, and I connect together. After which I'm checking if it gives me my armhole, but it was not. I added a little and I also check it again, and then it was giving my armhole measurement. So after which I cut it out. After that, I'll be taking it to my sewing machine. I will join the shoulder together and I'll also join the sleeve to the gown. I'll do that and I'll show you. So this is it. After joining it and joining the sleeve, I also turn the sleeve with my velvet bias. Next is to turn it to the wrong side. You arrange it properly, and after that, next is to fix our pocket and join the seam. This is the pocket. I'm gonna head to sew it. So next is to fix it and join the seam. So I'm marking out my seam allowance, which I left, which is 1.5 inch. I also mark where my pocket will be starting, which is 17 inches, and from the 17 inches I mark 6.5 inch, and I also continue marking my 1.5 seam allowance, and I connect them together. So I'll take it to the sewing machine, I will join the pocket together and I'll sew it that way. I'll do same on the other side, and that's all for this tutorial. And this is the final look, looking gorgeous, simple but elegant. So thank you for watching this video to the end. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share. Click on the notification bell to get notified when I'll be dropping a new video. See you in the next one. Bye.